Hey everyone, it's Kelsey here, and today I've got a layout to share with you. Um, I took this photo last year, but I loved it. I never got it scrapbooked last year in a 12 by 12 format, so I printed out, or I cut out these die cuts from Studio Calico, and I decided to paint them kind of fall colors. And I love this watercolor set. It's from Michaels, and I think it's just the Recollections, the store brand. And I love all the colors in it, but I realized there are a few colors that I feel like are missing. Um, there's not like a good plain red. It's either like a dark red or a pink. Um, and there's lots of yellows and oranges. And there's even a lot of greens, but there's not just a good solid green, like just regular green, grass green. Anyway, so that's really my only complaint about that set. I really love the quality of them. I love the price. It was only like $3. So, I guess that can speak to the quality of it, but I really like them for the price that I paid. So, anyway, I just decided to go over these leaves with the watercolor. Wasn't being really picky. I just wanted to get some color on there. The brown is a little bit harder to even out. I kind of wanted to pool up a little bit. And here's where I'm trying to pick a different color, because I was like, well, I've already got orange and yellow and this purpley red. So, but I just kind of went for it. But I'm just going to set those off to the side here in a second and let those dry. They didn't really get too wet, but just, you want to let them dry a little bit before you put them on your layout. Because it never fails. There will be a little bit of color on the back and it'll smudge on your layout, and then you have to figure out where to put it from there. So this paper is from Heidi Swapp, and it's from the new September Skies collection, and I want to say it's called Trembling, I think, or it might be just called Aspen. I'm honestly not sure, but it's from the new September Skies collection, and I just love the look of it, and I thought it would be perfect for this photo, and I especially like that it's a white background, a white and gray background, and it's got some design to it, but it's not pure white, but it's not too busy and distracting for the background. And I loved this nest paper from Webster's Pages, and I really wanted to use all of it, but I'm just kind of scared because it's so pow and out there with the design. So I just decided to use it as a border. And looking back on it, I'm not sure that I 100% love the border. It just seems a little off for me. I don't know. But I kind of like it. It's something a little bit different. And then I thought it would be cool to layer the piece on top of it, and I did like that look. But in the end, I decided not to go for it. I thought it would be too distracting, especially with these watercolored elements. So really this layout is going to end up being pretty simple. I go through my stash a little bit and I pick out a few different things that I want to use, but as far as just the photo placement, that comes together pretty easily. I already had the idea whenever I went into this that I wanted to use those leaves on the layout, so I didn't spend a lot of time fussing with how I want things to be placed around the page. And one thing that I love about this layout is that I actually got to use some of those deer. I feel like I'm not with the whole deer trend, so I was super excited to be able to use one of the deer since this is a fall layout. And I toyed with using some of those pieces, but they blended too much into the background. So I always try to use some of my scraps for layering, but they just blended too much into the background, so I ended up giving up on that part. And then I started peeling the little pieces off of this. And so these are pop dots from Michaels, and actually some of them weren't sticky. I peeled off the backing and it wasn't sticky, so I thought that was really strange. I'm trying to use up some of my chipboard. This is hard for me because my chipboard is placed where my papers are. So whenever I go to use my paper, I just go through my stash and I either pick what I want to work with or I pick what is going to go with the photo, and that's that. But my chipboard, it sits up there and I forget to use it because it's kind of out of sight, out of mind. And I hear so many people say this about product all the time is that they like to leave it out because if I see it, then I will use it. And that's why I always have my newer stuff in a certain spot in my room, because if it's out and about, then I'll use it. But if I put new stuff away right away, I will forget to use it. And like, it's just, I don't know if it comes from just having so much stuff or just like you just don't think about it. I don't know what that is. So I'm trying to make an effort to pull out my chipboard pieces. So I really love that camera. It had the wood grain on it, but it just didn't fit with the layout. And I put that other sticker back that says I think I'll stop here. And I put that away for now, but it will make a return eventually. And I love those cork pieces. They're so big though. It is almost hard to use them on a layout because they are so big. But those are from Chamel. So I have this wood grain washi tape. I absolutely fell in love with this washi tape whenever I saw it. It's from My Mind's Eye. And there's a few different kinds of the washi tape, like a few different colors and styles and whatnot. But I loved it, and I was like, oh yes, I'm so excited I remember to use it on this layout because it was just perfect with the colors and the wood grain. I mean, how perfect for fall. So those are the stitched die cuts from Amy Tangerine. And there was a lot of like acorns and a squirrel and a fox, but I just can't make those work very well. But I did really like this. It says The Good Life, and it's got some gold foil on it, so it's a little bit shiny, and I really like it. And I'm trying to pull my stamps out because, again, like, I feel like I forget to use my stamps. They're put away, and I've been forgetting to use them a lot lately. And I really like stamping, and I like the images, so that's my new thing. I think I go kind of through phases where, you know, I'll use my die cut machine for a long time and watercolors, and then I'll go through a stage where I stamp, and then, you know, just go through all these different periods. And it's like I've been forgetting to stamp lately, and I also haven't pulled out my washi tape as much or my enamel dots. So there's gonna be a comeback of washi tape and enamel dots. Not that it ever went away in the scrapbooking world, just in my scrapbooking world. And I just think that deer is so adorable. So I was so excited to be able to use him because he's so cute. And let's see. I know there's a few other things that I'm going to do in here. Keep looking at those stamps, trying to figure out what to do with them. So, and I keep some of my more favorite or versatile stamps like up front on my desk. I don't put those away, but I just forget to use them. So I tried this gold, and I love this gold, but it did not show up at all on the white. I mean, you could see it if you were looking for it, but it was just, I don't know. I don't know if it's because it was on the white and gray background, but it just did not want to show up very well. So I knew from that point that I had to pick something because it was just noticeable enough that it looked dumb and it looked like an accident, but it wasn't prominent enough to really be like, oh, this is a feature. So I decided to go ahead and use this die cut, again from the Amy Tangerine line, and it's got a little cross stitch pattern on it, and I really like it. So I just pull a couple of more elements out, and I'm going to put those on the layout, and that is going to call it a day. So if you want to see a photo, it's over on my blog at todaykelseyis.blogspot.com, and there will be a link down below to the exact post. And here are some other videos if you're interested in watching them. I've got a couple of layouts and a share video that you can check out. So thank you guys so much, and please remember to hit that subscribe button. Have a great day, guys.